Hello and welcome. Match numbers 8 and 9 of the IPL 2026, the first doubleheader day. Joining me on the show, Gargi Raut, going to be at the Delhi Stadium personally very shortly and going to cover all the news and the updates from there in person. Also joining me, Shorjani and Shomik Chakravorty. All right, the first match is Delhi Capitals, fresh from their win over Lucknow Super Giants, takes on Mumbai Indians at Delhi. The match starts in less than an hour from now, and we'll bring you all the updates. Perhaps Delhi Capitals likely to go with an unchanged team, while Mumbai Indians will be looking to Mitchell Santner to join the team and strengthen an already existing strong batting lineup, also strengthening their bowling. And later in the day, Gujarat Titan takes on Rajasthan Royals, and we'll bring you all the updates on that as well. But first things first, Gargi, I know you're just about to reach, but what's the mood like in Delhi?
Just
The mood
before
is
Gargi, sorry to interrupt. Before you start, Surya has come out for the toss
oh,
instead of Hardik.
okay.
Surya has come out for the toss. It is the India captain and vice captain, Surya and Akshat.
That's a lovely coincidence. But does that mean Hardik Pandya is not playing in the game tonight? Is that what it is?
I don't know because I am waiting for an update, but Surya is there.
Yeah.
He is out there for the toss.
Surya will definitely let the fans know what's going on. But Ashok, as
Yeah.
you asked me what's the mood like. The mood is stalling because right now there's so much, buzz for this match. There's so much demand for tickets that I have been out of the house since 1:30 p.m. and I have still not reached the stadium. So, I'm going to turn the camera around. I am very close to the stadium, but can you tell just how much traffic there is that we've been standing in the same place for almost 10 minutes now. So all roads around the stadium have been blocked. This is a situation that usually does not happen, but DC versus MI is the kind of game where this sort of a situation happens. And I've been talking to a lot of people. A lot of people have been asking me for tickets over and over again, and I have to tell them, look, I don't have any tickets to give you. Even if I did, the amount of people that have asked me, I would not have enough for all of you. So that's the kind of buzz that there is because Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, and the rest of the champions in Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals as well. Aksar, I believe you have the toss update, Ashok, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. The toss update
Yeah,
is here, Gargi. Sorry. So tails is the call from Sky. It's heads, and Delhi Capitals chooses to bowl.
lovely. I
Interesting.
think that will augur very well for Delhi Capitals because as I gave an update in the 12 p.m. show as well, it's been raining here for the past couple of days. In the morning, it was quite gloomy. There was fog in the morning, so the pitch will obviously have some moisture to it, and this toss will be crucial.
And Gargi, while you were turning the camera around, it looked like a cold day, cold and rainy day. Is that right? I mean, the weather didn't really quite look sunny when you showed us those images.
It's the sun is playing hide and seek at the moment. I will show you outside once again. This is what it's like. It's sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's not. But yes, like I said, it's been raining for the past couple of days. The practice sessions have happened, but there has been a lot of rain. It was quite gloomy till the afternoon, and then the sun came out, and now it's a bit warm. But before that, it was quite chilly. Early morning there was fog as well, so it was almost as if we were back in January or February or something like that.
All right, Shorjani, let me come over to you. Two boys from Gujarat leading the two teams today. Akshar Patel, India's vice captain, calm, cool, collected, very good cricketing sense, can bowl in the power play overs, very handy with the bat. And on the other side, you have Hardik Pandya, who's like a rock star, who's basically, everything that is the opposite of Akshar Patel. Uh, you know,
Surya is
uh,
leading. Surya is leading.
So yeah, in fact, Hardik is unlikely to play. Is the update that I have. So we will get you. Yeah, Hardik's not well. Doesn't look good according to Surya. Interesting.
Mumbai Indians have got a better captain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we'll come to that. But quick response from you, Soljani, on the two different styles of the captains, and therefore that will rub off on their approach of the teams as well.
No, I mean, based on the World Cup that I've seen, I think Surya Kumar Yadav, he himself is a very calm captain. He's collective on the field. I don't think I've ever seen him lose his temper or lose his cool. Even when in the World Cup also, even when there were misfields and the team dropped catches, he was really calm and collective about it. And let us not forget that, he led the team to win a World Cup recently. So Surya Kumar Yadav definitely has the experience. And when we talk about Mumbai Indians, they are a team filled with a lot of experienced players and a lot of players who are in the international circuit, be it Jasprit Bumrah, be it Rohit Sharma. Even I've heard Mitchell Santner is also joining the team today. So it is going to be a great team for Mumbai Indians. Whereas on the other hand, Delhi Capitals also, they have shown a lot of resilience in the previous match. Akshar Patel, I was really impressed with his captaincy style because we were having this conversation about him as a captain, and in the previous season also we saw he stepped in as the captain, and he did play a good role. Even in the previous match, we all saw him bowl the last over of the power play, which was the sixth over. So he was taking a lot of ownership on the field. He was active. I mean, he was making good decisions, and even I think in the batting lineup, if I talk a little about it, I think a little bit of more ownership from him was expected because the shot that he played was, not apt, considering the current situation DC were in. But I think DC did a good job in the previous match. The other, Samir Rizvi, he did an excellent job, apart from, Tristan Stubbs, who was supporting him on the other end. So Delhi Capitals have also had a good match. But if you ask me, I think Mumbai Indians are a better team today.
Meanwhile, Mitchell Santner, Corbin Bosch, and Deepak Chahar,
Right, so
they have come in.
Yes, in fact, Shamik, I was just going to ask you that question. Basically, DC is going with the same team as the previous match, while Mumbai Indians has made three changes. Deepak Chahar comes in for Hardik Pandya. Corbin Bosch comes in for Trent Bolt. And in fact, when I was doing my research before this show, I was going to ask about Corbin Bosch and his performance in the T20 World Cup. And you're right, Mitchell Santner comes in for Gazanfar. Shamik, your first thoughts on these three changes?
First of all, as you have already mentioned, Ashok, Hardik is not well. That's why he's not playing. And as regards this guy, Mitchell Santner coming in for Allah Ghaznfar, that was expected given that Allah Ghaznfar he had a sort of baptism by fire in the first game. And Mitchell Santner, given his experience, he's New Zealand captain in the shortest format, and he was not available for the first game. That's why the youngster played. So that was also expected. And Trent Bolt's case, I think it's pure rotation. Going ahead, you will see a lot of rotation as far as Mumbai Indians are concerned. Given the backup, given the bench strength they have, you will see a lot of rotation. Even, can you imagine, their regular captain is unwell, and they have replaced him, as far as captaincy is concerned, with the India captain, the World Cup winning India captain. So this speaks volumes for the strength that they have. But Delhi Capitals are also a very good side. I mean, the addition of Pathum Nisanka, Nitish at number 3. So they are also a very good side. So from that point of view, I expect a close contest. But I have a question for Gargi. First of all, Gargi, I envy you and all the Delhiites here in Bombay. We are getting baked under the sweltering sun, and you are talking like it's early spring like weather. So I am very, very envious to start with. But you have been covering the practice sessions. So what is your assumption? How would the pitch play? Will it be a typical Kotla pitch?
I don't, honestly, because the pitch must have been under wraps for the past couple of days, which is because of the rain and the amount of moisture. I think it will largely depend on that, which is why I'm staying a bit away from making any early predictions as to how the pitch will play. We know that the Delhi pitch plays very good recently. It's not a couple years ago, the Delhi pitch would be very sluggish. It would grip a lot, but it's no longer that sort of Delhi wicket that we see now. It plays well. It's a very well balanced wicket. We've seen some high scores on it last IPL. But again, if we come back to this time around, I'm a little, skeptical about how it will play tonight because of the fact that it's been raining and I'm sure there will be moisture on it. Maybe a little grippy, but at the same time, with the kind of batting power that there is in both teams, I think 190, 180 to 200 should be a possibility again tonight.
All right, Shomik, quick question for you in terms of the batting. Delhi Capitals batting. We know that they have packed a lot of top order batsmen, and perhaps we spoke just before the show saying that Pathum Nishanka will perhaps move out when Mitchell Starc comes in, and perhaps Prithvi Shaw will find a place there. But the middle order is what I want to talk about, and we saw Hemang Badani come in and ask Tristan Stubbs to go in ahead of David Miller. Do you think there's a concern area there for Delhi Capitals?
Ashok, I think they bought well at the auction because last season what happened, they were missing that additional power hitter in the middle order. Now with the addition of David Miller to complement Tristan Stubbs, I think they have that area covered. So one of the teams, Delhi Capitals were one of the teams that had good auctions. In terms of bowling, that is also pretty well covered. Once Mitchell Starc joins the squad, it would be a completely different ball game. But even without that, and Pathum Nishanka, the way he has been playing off late for Sri Lanka, they have firepower up front and in the middle order. Now that area, last season they were something trying with certain players chopping and changing, but this time they look a lot more settled. And Akshar is there. We have to keep in mind that Akshar is also there, who is the floater in this batting lineup, and he is a very, very, very capable batter. So all combined, it is a pretty balanced team. Delhi Capitals are a pretty balanced team. If you look precisely at the X factor, Mumbai Indians, that X factor, on that X factor count, Mumbai Indians will trump every other team. Because if you can boast Jasprit Bumrah, Rohit Sharma, Hardik Pandya in a squad, then you will trump almost every other team because on that X factor quotient. But overall, in terms of balance, in terms of batting balance also, Delhi Capitals are a very well-rounded side.
Okay, that leads me to the question on bowling for Delhi Capitals before we move over to Mumbai Indians, Shorjani. Question for you: in the last match against Lucknow Super Giants, we saw Lungi Ngidi taking those 3 wickets. T. Natarajan came out of nowhere to take those 3 wickets as well, and Kuldeep Yadav chipped in with 2 wickets. So even without Starc joining the team, they seem to be fairly well organized, and one can only imagine that when Starc joins it, Starc and Ngidi will form a really potent combination.
Definitely, and I think the Ekana pitch, the pitch which was there, it was supporting the bowlers as well. A lot of grip, a lot of turn, a lot of pace and bounce. It was very clear because I remember at one point, LSG Mohsin Khan, he was bowling and he had 2 slips, and he had a gully. He was bowling. But when I talk a little about Delhi Capitals, I think they're very organized. Be it Mukesh Kumar, be it Lungi Nikidi, be it Aksar Patel, Natarajan, he was also brilliant, and I think he has worked on himself after a lot of injuries, after a lot of setbacks. He has worked on himself, and we've really seen him in good form, and that is what we expect. And Kuldeep Yadav, Ashok sir, we know Kuldeep Yadav is a very big asset for Indian cricket right now. He has worked on his pace, he has worked on his skill, on his fitness, and in the past recent 1 or 2 years, Kuldeep Yadav has been doing very well in international cricket as well. Although in between, in one-day format, we did see him get a little rusty, but I think in T20I, he's perfectly all right. And Delhi Capitals, like you mentioned, they are a far more organized unit. But again, when we talk about Mumbai Indians, also we have to keep in mind that Delhi Capitals will be facing Mumbai Indians today. Mumbai, on the other hand, they are also very strong. So it is going to be really interesting to see how the matchup, it plays out.
Fair enough. Yeah, Shobhit, please go ahead.
Ashok, I have issues with players going from IPL to IPL, and I'm talking about T. Natarajan here. Last season, he was not fully fit. He was on and off in the IPL. Then he went completely ill. He missed the. Where was he during the domestic season? I don't know. But once again, when IPL is here, he has resurfaced. So I have issues. I wish, and I think BCCI should come up with a rule that a player will have to feature in a certain number of domestic matches to be eligible to play in the IPL. Because T. Natarajan, be it Ranji Trophy, be it the Sad Mustaq Ali Trophy, be it the Vijay Hazare Trophy. Where was he during domestic season? And now there is the IPL and he has resurfaced. This shouldn't be the practice. I will urge BCCI to come up with a rule that to ensure that a player plays a certain number of matches to be eligible to play for the IPL.
All right. Yeah, fair point, Shomik. Let's go to one question. Freaking Awesome is asking, and this is for you, Shomik. In 2025, both DC and MI have failed to defend 200 plus for the first time in the IPL history. Both are very good defending sides. And in the match that we saw, Mumbai Indians against KKR, the first match, we saw how both a fresh, new-looking, lightweight Rohit Sharma and Ryan Rickleton really got off to a great start. But what do you have to say? I mean, to 2025 versus what we've seen of the first match for both the teams in this edition?
We all know Mumbai Indians have won their first match of an IPL campaign for the first time since 2012. But here is the catch. Whenever they have won the first match of the IPL, they haven't won the tournament. It just could be purely could be a coincidence. But the record says, but there again, if you look at this team, Mumbai Indians made a chase of 220, around 220 in the first game, like a walk in the at the Wankhede Park. Such was their and that opening combination, the way Rohit has been batting. My God, I mean, he is even at I think in about a month he will be 30, 39, but he looks like 29 and he's batting like a 29-year-old. He looks like a batsman, even at this stage of his career. He looks like a batsman reborn. And Delhi Capitals also, I was impressed with the way they played their first game. So I'm looking for, but you have to keep in mind, just if we go back to 2025, it is where Mumbai Indians came to Kotla on the heels of losing 4 of their first 5 matches. And the turnaround happened at this venue when they defeated Delhi Capitals. For Delhi Capitals, their slide started in Kotla. They were excellent on the road, but their record was not great on the home patch. So let's see how it pans out this time around.
Fair. Gargi, you are on ground. And if you can show those visuals, please. Yeah, put that into main screen. Gargi, looks like a fair amount of excitement on ground in Delhi.
Oh, absolutely. It's an understatement to say that it's a fair amount of, crowd here. Look at the queue to get in. Look at the queue. It's chock-a-block outside of the Arun Jaitley Stadium. I knew something like this was on the cards by the amount of traffic that there was on the way here. And the thing about Delhi Capitals is they haven't won a single trophy, a single title, but at the same time they've got one of the most loyal fans here that have stuck around and that have defended Delhi Capitals even at their worst. So that's the best thing about Delhi Capitals fans. They might not get a lot of credit, but they always show up. And of course, with Mumbai Indians playing, you're always going to expect a big crowd. There we go. A Rohit Sharma and a KL Rahul. So KL Rahul is a very, he's loved around Delhi. Akshar Patel is loved. So this is a team that feels like home for the crowd here. They've shown up in large numbers. This queue goes up till where I first showed the visuals of the queue. So this is where it starts and it goes up till over there behind this building. So this is the amount of fans that there are there. And I'm just going to show you around. Look at the chaos. This is the chaos of cricket. Everyone bumping into each other. And it's good fun. It's good fun. And the best part about this is that it's like Shomik was saying, that you're talking as if it's spring. It actually feels like it's spring because the fans won't have to bake under the sun in an afternoon game. It's perfectly pleasant for everyone to sit outside and enjoy a good game of cricket.
There you go, all the visuals. Gargi Raut brings you from just outside the Delhi Stadium, and she's talking about spring. I'm sure Akshar Patel and the Delhi boys will go in with a spring in their step today. Gargi, very curious to know what they think about Sameer Rizvi. and that innings that he played, in case you're able to speak to anyone. Very, very curious to know.
I'm going to try to find someone, but till
Okay.
then you guys continue, and I'm going to, because you obviously have to ask if they want to be on camera or not.
All right, all right. Okay, so let's, while Gargi brings the update, let's quickly hop over to the other match, the second match today, the night match. Gujarat Titans takes on Rajasthan Royals. What would be your key things to watch out for, Shorjani?
Well, I think Shubman Gill, he looked in good touch the other day while he was playing. So I think I would look out for him. He was really batting well, and I think 38 runs. He did score it, and I kind of hope that he would keep on the momentum going. But however, he could not, and his wicket fell. And I think on the other hand, Sai Kishore was also doing a good job. When it comes to Rajasthan Royals, I'm definitely going to look out after their bowling unit, because I think all of the bowlers were exceptional. Especially if I have to mention, I think Ravindra Jadeja and Jofra Archer. These two bowlers were someone, they were exceptional. Jofra Archer, especially, he was hitting the deck. There was space, and his line and length was accurate. So I'm definitely going to look out for him. But again, on the other hand, I think today is also going to be a huge test for Riyan Parag, because you're playing against someone like Gujarat Giants, and then you have Shubman Gill, who's already the Test captain and the ODI captain, so he also has a lot of experience on his side. So it'll be interesting to watch out how Riyan Parag manages his team today.
All right, fair enough. Shorjani, you were talking about Shubman Gill, and Rev Sports is carrying an interview with Glenn Phillips where he's talking about Shubman Gill and the ability to combine technical perfection, the likes of Virat Kohli and Kane Williamson bring, along with the aggression that is required for T20 cricket. So really talking very highly of the young man as a leader. Shomik, on the Gujarat Titans side, though, is there a cause for worry in the middle order? They played Shah Rukh Khan and they played Rahul Tewatia, who's been there with the team for the longest time. But do you think that there is an argument there for looking at bolstering the team with perhaps Jason Holder or even Sai Kishore, perhaps?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that Sai Kishore didn't play the first game. And if you look at the trend set, as far as Gujarat Titans are concerned, last season, they are a bit top heavy. Their batting success mainly relies on a good start given by Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan. So all combined, I agree with you. I think someone like Jason Holder who can hit the ball, who can clear the fence, and Jason Holder is a good fielder. Jason Holder can contribute with his bowling also. That will not be a bad idea at all. But from my personal point of view, Ashok, I would be very keen to see, because I am looking at this game with a lot of interest, because I expect Ashish Nehra to come up with a plan for Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Given this sharp tactical mind he has, Ashish, I expect him to come up with a plan for Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Whether it happens or not, I will surely keep an eye on that second game also.
All right, perfect. Gargi, I don't know if you have any updates on the conditions and the pitch there in Delhi, but so far it would be safe to say that it's been a fairly even contest between the bat and the ball, Gargi.
Absolutely. Recent trends tell us that that's what the Delhi pitch is going to be. I'm just trying to get an update on what pitch it is and how it's looking at the moment. But on the other hand, have we discussed the playing 11s? The playing 11s are out.
Yeah. We've done Delhi going in with the same combination as the earlier match, and Mumbai Indians 3 changes. In fact, on the Mumbai Indians, a question, in fact, for all the panelists, basically, how is this Hardik Pandya missing out on this going to impact the team? What do you think will be the impact of that? Gargi, perhaps you can go first.
On Hardik Pandya not being in the team? Is that what you asked?
Right. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
it's a bit difficult to hear you because of the honking and the fans, being very excited and obviously yelling and the chants and everything. But before I answer about Hardik Pandya, good thing you reminded me, because I saw this girl and I was unable to catch hold of her. But she was wearing a hairband, and I'm guessing this was a DIY project, but she was wearing a hairband which had pictures of Hardik Pandya lined like this. So it was almost a Hardik Pandya crown. So, oh my God, he scared me. Namaskar.
That was almost scary. Yeah. I hope you're okay.
But yes, Hardik Pandya not being in the team always, affects any team. Any team that's missing a Hardik Pandya will have this void because of the breakthroughs that Hardik Pandya is able to give with the ball, and of course the impact that he has with the bat. He can single-handedly change any game around. But at the same time, Mumbai Indians is such a strong team. I don't think it will be much of an issue to cover the void that Hardik Pandya has left behind. I think it's a matter of a couple of matches, and obviously it's a long season. IPL has just started, so more than enough time for Hardik Pandya to recover. I don't think they will feel his loss too heavily.
Fair enough. Shamik, your views, Hardik Pandya, how crucial is he as a cog in the wheel for Mumbai Indians, given their already strong batting strength, and now with Mitchell Santner coming back, both the batting as well as the bowling, especially on the back of the form that Mitchell Santner displayed in the T20 World Cup, they should feel confident nonetheless.
Yeah, see, Ashok, the fact of the matter is that Hardik Pandya is a world-class all-rounder in white ball cricket. Unfortunately, he doesn't play red ball cricket, but in white ball cricket across formats, be it 50 over cricket or 20 over cricket. He's a world-class all-rounder. I am not a big fan of Hardik Pandya, the captain, but I'm a big fan of Hardik Pandya, the player. And when you are missing out on someone, a world-class all-rounder like whatever is your team composition, you would not like to miss out on a world-class all-rounder like Hardik Pandya. But he is unwell, so what to do? And this is very early stage of the tournament, and Mumbai Indians have that breathing space also, having won their first game. So obviously they will not take any chances when a player is not 100%. But irrespective of their team strength or team composition, I mean, they would never like to miss out on a player as skillful as Hardik Pandya.
All right. Shorjani, there's a question. Actually, it's more of a comment from Amit579. He's saying DC and RR can give a strong fight today.
I don't know about DC. I mean, when it comes to DC versus Mumbai, I'm the odds are in favor of Mumbai Indians because we all know that they are a lineup filled with a lot of experienced players. And, if I would like to add a point on the Hardik Pandya question, I would say that if it were some other team, Hardik Pandya missing out today's match would be a big concern. But given the fact that Mumbai Indians are so strong when it comes to their bowling lineup and their batting, especially even if you look at it from a captain angle, you have someone like a Rohit Sharma or a Surya Kumar Yadav. And let us not forget Surya Kumar Yadav was the captain of India when we won the World Cup. So, from the captaincy perspective, I don't think it is going to be an issue for Mumbai Indians. And on the other hand, definitely Hardik Pandya himself is a very big player and he's a world-class player like Somikta mentioned. But when we look at it from the perspective of a team, I think Mumbai Indians are fine. I mean, they have that lineup, they have that backup, they have that bowling unit, they have that batting unit who can manage Hardik Pandya's absence. And well, if I go back to your question regarding RR and DC, I would say that, like I mentioned, I think Mumbai Indians do have they have a better chance against DC. But Rajasthan Royals, I think, in the previous match against CSK, it was not, the match was not, it did not put up proper fights. I mean, to be very honest, CSK were all out for a low score, and then Rajasthan Royals, they chased it down within 13 overs. So we did not quite see that fight because Suryavanshi, he was also there, he was out there. He played an excellent innings along with Yashasvi Jaiswal, who played the anchor, and then the other two batters who came in, Captain Riyan Parag, he himself did not have a big role to play. So today it will depend on, but if I look at the match between Gujarat and Punjab, I think it was a better fight because it went till the end, and Gujarat, they were still trying, and Punjab was 7 wickets down. So I think that was a more interesting match. So it has just been a few matches, so it is very difficult to say. But today, I think odds are in favor of Gujarat as well.
All right, Gargi, we are talking about the second match for the day. Basically, just want to focus a little bit on Rajasthan Royals. Shorjani talked about the way both Jaiswal and Suryavanshi played in that match against CSK. It wasn't much of a competition there. And they really looked good, right, in terms of their batting. Even in terms of bowling, I thought Jofra Archer, Jadeja, and Nandre Burger, who was the player of the match, all of them chipping in with wickets. Any quick thoughts on Rajasthan Royals taking on Gujarat Titans? What will be the key pressure points?
Is this for me, Ashok?
Yes, Gargi, that's for you. This is about
Okay.
the second match. Royals taking on Gujarat Titans.
When it comes to Rajasthan Royals, they have a brilliant bowling attack, but the problem lies in the batting. I think when it comes to Vaibhav Suryavanshi and the Yashasvi Jaiswal opening partnership, it's a top class partnership. That top class batters that you can have in your franchise, but at the same time, two matches. No, today is the second match that Rajasthan Royals will play. If I think the real test comes when Vaibhav Suryavanshi doesn't score. I think the real test comes when Yashasvi Jaiswal and Vaibhav Suryavanshi are not able to get that partnership, are not able to lay that foundation, and then maybe let's say a Dhruv Jurel also fails coming in at number 3, who then takes up a responsibility from the middle order because they don't have a long batting lineup. I think Ravindra Jadeja is where the batting ends for Rajasthan Royals, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they don't have too much depth in their batting order. Not someone who can come in at number 9 or number 10 who can come in and save the day for them. So it's going to be important to see how Rajasthan Royals perform when a Vaibhav Suryavanshi isn't performing. But I have an update on the pitch. There's a little bit of grass on there. It is dry, but the usual Delhi pitch that you say, it's ultimately a typical Delhi wicket. It might assist Kuldeep a little bit more than the others and more than the other belters in the country. But at the same time, don't expect this to be a low-scoring game or something like that. Runs will be made.
Runs will be made, says Gargi, and runs have started being made. Ryan Rickelton scores a 4 of the first ball, clipping it through mid-wicket. The match is off to a great start. We are going to wind up the show, but I am going to ask Shomik and perhaps Gargi and Shorjani one last question. Shomik, this question is for you. We've been talking about Aqib Nabi right from the IPL elections and the IPL auctions, and we've been talking about how he's going to get a chance. And I'm personally very excited to see him play. Delhi, given the conditions and given their bowling lineup, do you think that there is a fitment for him in the playing 11, or do you think they will wait for a different set of circumstances?
I think they will first do the integration phase of Aqib Nabi. That is very important because this is his first ever IPL. So that integration phase is very important. And once that is done, he would be a regular in the team. He could be a regular in the team. Then again, what happens as the tournament progresses? It will go into peak summer. The mercury will rise, and the pitches will going to be tired. Whether Aqib Nabi, the conditions he had during the Ranji Trophy, which is basically played in the winter and early spring, it would be completely different. And white ball cricket is also completely different. The golden rule for Aqib Nabi would be to stick to his strength. He doesn't need to do anything fancy. Just his strength is to hit the right areas. He's not an express fast bowler. Far from it. He bowls around 125, 130. But his strength is bowling to hitting the right areas, taking the ball, that outswinger taking the ball away from the batsman. And he is one bowler who can move the ball both ways. He would be better off, irrespective of a change in the format, he would be better off sticking to his strength. He's a very good prospect. How the IPL will pan out, I don't know. But I'm very, very confident that when India will play a test against Afghanistan, he will be in the playing 11.
Absolutely. Okay, before we wind up, Shomik, time for some predictions. Mumbai Indians versus
And we cannot let Gargi go without a prediction in decimal.
Yes, and she's at the ground, so it'll have to be maybe micro decimals now. But first, Shomik,
Are we talking about fractions again?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's micro decimals.
You can't expect me to navigate through a crowd and also do fractions, Shomik. That is unfair.
No. Now we
Can
are
you
at the
get the
ground.
point?
Now we are at Kotla. It should be in microdecimal, as Ashok said. But I am backing. I'm backing. I'm not backing anybody in this game actually. I'll say 50-50.
50-50. And the second match,
Second
Gujarat
match.
versus Rajasthan.
Second match. I think Rajasthan has their. They have their nose in front. So just the balance is just a wee bit tilted towards their favor.
Fair enough. Shorjani, your predictions?
Mumbai in the first match, and I think for Gujarat and Rajasthan, I would want to say 50-50, but no, I am not going to play it safe. I think Gujarat are going to win the match.
All right. So Gargi Shorjani seems to be like fixated on Mumbai Indians. You know, one thing I'll give it to her is consistency. She started with Mumbai Indians, closing with Mumbai Indians. Gargi, take it away. Your predictions and the latest updates, and then please go ahead and enjoy the match.
See, although I do believe in Delhi Capital's ability and the newfound confidence that they've gotten this season around, but at the same time, I know Mumbai Indians walk in as favourites, and they are very likely to make a lot of runs on this Delhi wicket as well. So I'm not going to say Delhi are the favourites here, but I'm going to say that it's going to be a very close match. I want to see a close match. I want to see a good contest happening. Mumbai Indians scoring a lot of runs, and fractions. Oh my God! Let's not do fractions. Okay, let's not. I'm going to say it's.
Now Gargi will go to the ground and Rohit Sharma, the way he opened the face of the bat to guide a ball to the third man boundary, you are missing out on that. So keep it straight and go to the ground.
But I think it's going to be 50-50 tonight
All right. And the second
with
match?
DC and MI. The second
Okay, the
match,
second match.
GT versus RR. I think 60-40 in favor of GT.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Firstly,
Yes,
I think it's
I'm
going to be
saying
Rajasthan
GT.
Royals.
Oh, sorry,
Interesting.
60-40 in favor of RR. My bad.
Okay. So then we are talking the same
GT,
language.
Gujarat Titans doesn't have the firepower at this point, at least.
All
Like
right.
the previous day, I'm a lone warrior once again.
Yeah, I think you've taken on that brand. Stay with that. That's a wrap for the show. We will bring you all the updates in the post-match show, and we will talk about the analysis as well as the way forward for these teams.
But
Thank you for
Ashok, before we
joining us,
leave,
and enjoy the match.
I just wanted to say, if a producer has not already ended the stream, look at the queue to get in. The match has started, and this is still the queue. So it tells you
But
just how many
Gargi,
people have.
but Gargi, they are there to support. They are there for Rohit and Surya and Bumrah, or for Delhi Capitals.
I have a feeling it's because of Rohit Sharma, Shomik.
Yeah,
Because I've only seen Rohit Sharma jerseys so far.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he is
Yep.
not only Mumbai. He is not only Mumbai Cha Raja. He
Yes.
is
No.
India Cha Raja.
Correct. That's the correct terminology.
All right, Gargi. So we'll allow you to now go in and watch the match, and we'll see you during the post-match show. Thank you.